Yes. What's going on, guys? This has been AKA Day Trading Addict, and I have another good video for you guys. Today, we're going to talk about how to become a profitable trader in 1 year. So let's go. Now, in order to become a profitable trader in 1 year, guys, or less, all right, you have to know what not to do. So we're going to talk about what not to do today, and we're going to talk about what to do to set you guys up. This video is about helping you jumpstart your trading career so you can get that boost, so you can be one of those traders that's trading full time. So now let's go to the whiteboard. All right, so we're going to talk about what not to do, okay? So basically, you guys want to know, right, what to do. And there's nothing wrong with that, all right? But we're going to talk about what not to do, okay? The first thing you don't want to do, guys, is you don't want to chase price. So let's say, for example, let me erase this real quick. We have, okay, price going up right here, right? And it makes this big move right here. And you see this and say, oh my gosh, I have to get in. Guys, why? Because we all know that the market moves in waves. So if you get in at the top, it's a strong possibility that the market can actually pull back, all right? So you do not want to chase price. That's the wrong thing to do. When you come in the market, you have to have a plan. There's no guessing involved, okay? That's why, a lot of traders lose a lot of money because they think this is a game, okay? They think, for some reason, I don't know why, think trading is a game. They think trading is something that you just do on the side, all right? No, this is actually a business. Trading is a business, so you have to treat it like a business, right? So let's talk about the next thing you don't want to do, and that is not taking the next trade, right? Some of you guys freeze up and you don't take the next trade. I've been doing this for 14 years, so I really know, a lot about trading. And for the most part, there's two main reasons why most people freeze up, okay? Number one, you're risking too much per trade. And number two, all right, you don't have a complete strategy. So let's go back to number one. Number one, you're risking too much, right? So if you risk too much, that means that, let's say that you took a $700 loss. Most of you guys that's watching this video right here, if you take a $700 loss, you can't handle that, right? So let's say you took a $700 loss and you said, man, I got to get that money back, right? And then you take the next trade, and that trade is another $700 you just lost, right? All right, fine. You want to try the next trade. Boom, that trade is a loser. Now you're down $2,100, okay? And you're pissed off. You're mad, okay? Because that's a lot of money to you. So you have to understand, if you're risking too much and you lose, all right, and you lose again and again, it's going to be very hard for you to take that next trade. So let's say that you are following your rules, right? And so happen that you just had 3 losers. Now let's say that the next trade is that winner that can actually wipe out all your losers and plus put money in your pocket. Guess what? You're going to be scared to take that next trade because you lost $700 on the first trade, you lost $700 on the second trade, and you lost $700 on the third trade. So you're definitely going to be scared to take that next trade, right? But if you're following your rules and you didn't break your rules at all, that fourth trade can actually wipe out all your losers and put money in your pocket. But you're not going to take it because you're risking too much. So number one, stop risking too much, guys. It's going to hurt you, right? In the long run, it's going to hurt you. Number two, you don't have a complete strategy. So if you don't have a complete strategy, guys, then guess what? You're going to be nervous every single time you take a trade because you don't know if your strategy is working or not, right? If you have a complete strategy and you backtest that strategy and you know it works, it's going to be very hard for you to be scared, okay, to take the next trade because by testing out, the numbers, that if I take X amount of trade, I'm going to be profitable, right? So why are you scared to take the next trade? You're not going to be scared to take the next trade, okay? Even if you feel nervous, yeah, you might feel nervous, but you're not going to, freeze up because if I miss that trade, that's going to be money. So make sure you have a complete strategy. We're going to talk about that later on, right? When you're trading, guys, you have to dig deep. So if you're not seeing the results that you want to see, guys, and you're losing trade after trade after trade, that means that you're doing something wrong. So you have to dig deep. I see you guys all the time. For some reason, you always trying to, feel sorry for yourself. Why me? Or always complain about something. But you never want to dig deep. You never want to look at the chart and figure out why are you losing. The answers are right in front of you. It's on the chart. So figure out, why is that a loser? It could be something simple as you're buying right at resistance. Figure out, dig deep. You know, I didn't have anybody to help me when I was digging deep. So, guys, you have to dig deep when it comes to your trading. Look over your trades. Figure out why you're losing, okay? Or figure out why you are revenge trading. Figure out, that thing that triggered you to revenge trade. Like for me, when it comes to revenge trading, I know for a fact that when I miss out on a trade, I get pissed off, okay? And then I want to make up for that. So that is my trigger. That's something that gets me, mad. So figure that out. And when I say dig deep, that's what I'm talking about. Figure out what makes you tick and figure out why you're losing your trades. All right? If you want to be that profitable trader. Because if you're scared to take the next trade, guess what? It's going to be very hard for you to be that profitable trader in 1 year or less, right? Because pro traders, we get paid to perform under pressure, right? Just like professional athletes that perform in front of 20,000 people or 30,000 people, okay? That's why they get paid the big bucks. Because they know how to perform under pressure. And we get paid the big bucks too, because we have to perform under pressure too, right? It's money on the line. So I know some of you guys are scared, whatever, because, that's your life savings, whatever the case is. But that's why you have to start on a demo first. And then if you go live, you have to start small so you won't be nervous, right? But we get paid the big bucks because we know how to perform under pressure. Imagine seeing your account going down, okay? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. That's a lot of stress. So you have to understand, we get paid the big bucks because we know how to perform under pressure. But in order to do that, you have to have a complete strategy, right? And there's always baby steps. You can't just jump in the water thinking that you're going to be risking, $500 per trade or $700 per trade. No, guys, start small, work your way up, right? That's how you actually become a good trader, guys. Now, your job as a trader is to be perfect when you are trading. The market may not do what you wanted to do that day, but at least you are perfect that day. So if your rules tell you to get in at a certain spot, you get in, all right? Don't let the market control you. You control yourself. You follow your rules. And that's how you become a good trader. Take your trading to the next level. Don't let the market control you. You control yourself. If you're a beginner, most of your guys' trading accounts look like this, right? For the most part, it goes up, right? And that's because, you got lucky. And then next thing you know, you're breaking your rules. You're not following anything. And it's going down and going down and going down, right? That's how most trading accounts looks like for the most part, right? Or some of you guys just basically go up and just crash and then go sideways for a long time. And that's because you don't have a complete strategy. Or you might have a complete strategy and you're just breaking your rules. And that goes back to controlling yourself, right? So when you're trading, guys, you want to be perfect. You want to follow your rules because you can control that. You can't control what the market's going to do. You have to master yourself because that's what you can control, right? You can't control if the market is going to trend today. You can't control if the market's going to range today or if it's going to be slow. You can't control that. But what you can control is following your rules. You can control, moving your stop loss. You can control taking the right trade. That you can control. So make sure you be perfect. Even if the market is not perfect that day, you be perfect. You follow your rules. That's how you take it to the next level. So now let's talk about what to do because you want to become a profitable trader, right? So let's talk about what to do. Now, you have to know why you are buying, okay? You have to know where you want to buy, right? You have to know where to exit, okay? And you have to know where to put your stop loss at, okay? And this is how you actually come up with a complete strategy. And we're going to look at a couple of examples, but guys, you have to know this if you want to become that profitable trader, right? because you are competing against the best. You are competing against billionaires, math wizards, scientists, vets, millionaires, and the smartest guys on the planet. Those are the people that you are competing against. So you can't come in the market, thinking that you could just guess and make money or don't have a strategy. You can't do that, right? So that's why you have to treat this like a business, because if you don't, those guys that I just talked about, they're going to take your money if you don't come in here and treat this like a business and have a complete plan. So let's talk about, the market real quick. Now, most people think that, the market is random, okay? And I understand. If you outside looking in, it might look random, but it's not, right? And I'm going to give you a couple examples right now. So let's say that the market's going up, right? And we have a nice flag pattern, okay? And, the market breaks out just a little bit and stop you out. Fine. You have another one, flag pattern right here, right? The market breaks out, gives you some profit, right? Comes back, goes up a little bit, then stops you out. And then we have the last one, okay? The market goes up, right? Give you that flag pattern, okay? And then this goes up crazy, right? Now, we have three situations. What's random, guys, is actually the profit. How much profit you're going to get per trade every time you take a trade. So profit distribution is random, guys. That's what's random. So if you're taking that flag pattern right there, you don't know if it's going to be that monster winner or if it's going to be that one that's just going to stop you out. You don't know that. So that's random. But the market itself is not random because these patterns show up every single day. Okay? So let's talk about how can we make this a winning strategy, because if you're outside looking in, you're going to say that this is a losing strategy. Okay? Why is that? Well, the first one right here, it stopped you out. The second one went up a little bit and it stopped you out again. But the third one went up good, okay? But let's say that you took your profit right here, and it went up and left you, then yes, that's a losing strategy because this was a loser right here, okay? This was a loser right here, and then you won right here. So this winner will probably take care of this loser, but you still lost right here. So yeah, that's a losing strategy. But, okay, if you understand how to manage your trades, then this strategy right here can actually be a winning strategy. Let me show you. Now, this trade right here, the first trade, yeah, that was a loser because pretty much, the market went, just up a little bit and then stopped you out. Fine, loser. Now, the next trade, okay, can actually be a break even, or you could take a little profit off that. So let me show you real quick. So you can either, if the market went up right here, you can lock in some profits right here, okay? You can move up your stop loss. So if it did come back to hit you, okay, so let's say the market came back right here, who cares? Because now you locked in some profits, you're good. It wasn't a loser, right? Now let's say that you didn't move up your stop loss and you only put your stop loss to break even, okay? So let me erase that real quick. So let's say that you originally had your stop loss right here, okay? And then when the market moved up, you put your stop loss right where you enter, right here, right? So now your stop loss is right here. So if the market did come back, right, and stop you out, guess what? It wouldn't stop you out with a loss. It would be a break even. Now let's look at the last trade. The last trade, guys, right, is a monster winner. So let's say that the market went up, you locked in some profits right here, right? And it kept going up. You could keep on moving your stop loss underneath every low right here, okay, until it stops you out. That is a winning strategy. When it comes to trading, guys, you are a manager. You're supposed to know how to manage your trades, right? You are a manager. So know how to manage your trades. Most people that come in this market do not know how to manage their trades. So yes, originally, if you looked at this, chart or this example, it was a losing strategy, right? But the way I just showed you guys, this is a winning strategy. You only had one loser right here, a break even right here, okay? So let's say that this was a break even, right here, this one right here, break even, and let's say the last one was a monster winner. It basically wiped out your loser right here. Plus, you made enough, okay, to actually put money inside your pocket. So if your winners can actually be bigger than your losers, you got a winning strategy. But you have to know how to manage your trade. So the first thing you need to figure out, guys, is figure out if you want to be a breakout trader or a pullback trader, okay? Figure that out. There's nothing wrong with breakouts and there's nothing wrong with pullbacks, right? Me personally, I'm more a pullback trader. Only reason why is because the market is always pulling back, right? And plus, I can actually get more reward a lot of times when the market is pulling back. So let me show you an example. So let's say that the market is going up right here, right? And it's pulling back. Let's say right here, I'm looking to buy. So if I'm looking to buy right here, guys, I have, right, this right here, okay? And my profit is all this right here. Let's say, you know, the high is, you know, my target. That's a lot of profit. Now, if you're a breakout trader, you know, you probably have to wait for it to break the high. And then you probably risking all this right here just to get a quick one-to-one. There's nothing wrong with that, you know, especially if it works. But the reason why I like to be a pullback trader is because, you know, I can get 3-to-1s, 4-to-1s, or even more. So figure out what you want to do, okay? That's the first thing you need to figure out. And the next thing you need to figure out, guys, is what key level you are going to use, right? I like to use support and resistance in supply and demand. You can use trend lines. You can use whatever you want to use, right? So figure out, the next thing, figure out, okay, what key level, okay? So let's write that down, key level, okay? Figure out what key level, guys, you are going to use when you are trading. You're going to need a key level because that's going to help you wait for the right trades and help you be consistent, because you can't just go in the market, trade anything that you see go up or down. You're never going to have any type of good results doing that. You need to be consistent, right? So every time it hit a certain level, boom, you want to take that trade. Now, the next thing you need to know, guys, is what setup you are going to use. So let's say, for example, the market is bouncing up and down, right? And we have support right here, okay? Do you want to just buy support just because you see it? Well, no, especially if you are new. You don't want to just buy support just because you see it, right? It's best to wait for some type of confirmation. That's why you need a setup. So let's say that your setup is a double bottom. So you wait for the market to create a nice double bottom, okay? And then you get in. Now, what if the market doesn't create that double bottom? Well, wait for another trade. Some of you guys go crazy. Oh, what if the market doesn't go back to supply and demand? Or what if the market doesn't go to that support or resistance? Who cares? Wait for the next trade. I can guarantee you every single day you will see the market go to some type of support or resistance or some type of supply or demand, right? But if you're watching the market and it doesn't go to your support or resistance or doesn't give you a setup at that level, wait for another trade, guys. Remember, treat this like a business. Don't force anything. So we talked about being a pullback trader, right? Or breakout trader. We talked about having a key level, and we talked about having a setup, okay? Now the next thing you guys need is a stop loss and an exit. So when you get in the market, guys, you have to know where you want to exit first, and you have to know where you want to put your stop loss. You cannot get in the market, guys, and guess. Some of you guys don't know. Some of you guys don't even have a setup. Some of you guys don't have a stop loss, or you just get in a trade, okay, and you don't know where you're going to exit at. Guys, you have to know everything beforehand. This is what I talk about when I say have a complete strategy. Knowing everything ahead of time. So when you see that, boom, you take the trade, right? You don't hesitate at all because you have a complete strategy. You back test, you know what to do, you know why it works, right? So let's say that you get in right here. You create that double bottom. Let's say you get in right here, guys, right? You put your stop loss below the setup. The reason why I like it below the setup, because if it breaks the setup, then it's not a setup anymore, right? So I like to put it below the setup. Now, you have to know where you want to exit, okay? You can target highs and lows, or you can have a fixed target like a 1-to-1 or a 2-to-1. So whatever you're risking, let's say that this is 10 points or 10 pips, whatever the case is, right? If it goes up another 10 pips or 10 points, you can get out. Or if you want to look for a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1, all right, it goes up 20 or 30 pips or ticks or points, whatever market you're trading. That's why I'm saying ticks, points, because some of you guys are trading different markets, right? If you're looking for a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1, okay, know that beforehand, guys, right? Know that beforehand. Don't come in the market and guess. Oh, you know what? I think, you know what? I don't know where I'm gonna exit yet. I don't know. Come on, are you serious? Are you serious, guys? So have an exit. Let's say that you want to exit, right here. Fine. At least you know that beforehand. Now, the next thing you need, okay, is a break even. So you have to know when you want to put your stop loss to break even. It could be as simple as if the market goes up, a 1-to-1, so you're risking 10 pips or 10 ticks, all right, and it goes up 10 ticks. Guess what? If it goes up 1-to-1, you can put your stop loss to break even. Okay, so if it comes back, it won't stop you out. That it could be something simple as that, right? Because you don't want to have a market, or you don't want to be in a trade where it is going up, and then it comes back and then stop you out. Why would you do that? So have a break even, all right? Have a stop loss and all the other things I talked about, okay? Make sure you have a complete strategy and don't force a trade. If you don't see a trade, don't take it. Oh, well, look at another market or wait for a setup. That's it. It's that simple. And another thing I forgot to mention, guys, is when you get in, okay, remember I said before, you need to know everything beforehand. When you get in, you also have to know the dollar amount you want to risk on that trade. You can't go in and say, you know what, $100 on that trade today. Let me just risk, $100 on that trade. You can't do that, guys. If you want to be a profitable trader, guys, you have to risk the same amount per trade. Okay? Try to make it the same amount per trade, because you don't want to have, one trade you're risking $50, the next trade you're risking $150, the next trade you're risking $300. Come on, guys. That's sloppy right there. That's very sloppy. You want to lose, the same amount every trade, because you don't want to take a big hit, guys. That's one of the most important things, when it comes to trading. You need to survive. You need to survive for that next trade on the next day. Wiping out all your money, you can't trade the next day no more. So you need to survive, guys. So make sure you risk a small amount in the same per trade every single time. Most of you guys are not at the stage where you can risk a lot on that one trade. Don't do it. So that's pretty much it, guys. What I have for you guys. So that's pretty much it. What I have for you guys today. That will help you jumpstart your career. Okay, the information I gave you guys today. And another thing you need to know is you have to repeat the process over and over and over, the same way every single day. Because if you do good on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but you mess up on Friday, okay? Friday can actually wipe out Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, and you have no money for the week. This is why it's very important to follow your process, right? Make sure you do the same thing over every single day. That's how trading works. Now, of course, we are human beings and we are going to make mistakes. That's why I told you guys to risk the same amount per trade. So even if you do make a mistake, it's not going to hurt you, right? So please do the same thing over and over and over again. It's going to help you out. And another thing I want to say is when it comes to success, guys, what I notice is whatever energy you put out is the energy you're going to get back, okay? So if you're lazy, don't take any screenshots, don't write in your journal, right? You're going to get, lazy results equals no money. That's what you're going to get because you're not putting out the right energy. But if you put out the right energy, guys, you're always on top of your game. You're hardly breaking your rules, right? You're risking the same amount every single trade. You're doing the right things. You're taking screenshots. You figure out why. Okay, why is this a loser? Figure out what makes you tick. You digging deep, right? You doing all the necessary things. All that's gonna come right back to you, and eventually you're gonna start seeing profits. That's how it works. That's how life works, right? If you put out good energy, it's gonna come right back to you, and that's what I learned when I actually became a successful trader. Because I remember, the first week where I said, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm gonna follow my rules, and it was very hard. I mean, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it was hard because there was a lot of trades that I wanted to take, but I said, you know what, that's not part of my rules. I'm not gonna take it. And trust me, it was painful. But when Friday came and I looked at my trading account, I looked at my profits, I was like, wow, it's worth it. Going through that pain, following my rules Monday through Friday, it's worth it, right? So now I know it doesn't make any sense to break my rules, because every time I follow my rules, I'm either green or at least break even or have a small loss. But for the most part, I'm green. So, man, I'm going to follow my rules. So, guys, make sure you put out the right energy. So that's it, guys. That's what I have for you today, right? If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you join my free Telegram group, because I post charts in that group and also post motivational videos and also post exclusive discounts for my trading program. And if you don't have my trading program by now, make sure you check that out, because that will help you take your trading to the next level. All right. I've been doing this for 14 years, so we get all my 14 years of experience, and all of my information is below in the description. And if you have any questions, comment below, because I try to answer all your guys' questions. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and please have a great day.